Hi everybody and welcome to the monthly Astrology Snapshot. My name is Paula Shaw and I love doing these snapshots because it gives me a chance to share with you guys what I'm observing in the biggest cycles, focusing on the lunar month, which is beginning at the new moon in Leo on the 28th, 29th of August, depending where you are in the world. So this lunar month is kicking off with the beautiful new moon in Leo. Leo is always about the heart, it is generosity, it is self-love, it is love, and it speaks to the power of love. And we're living through a time of great volatility, disruption, great change. The change that we're going through is inevitable. We must go through it to reach a breakthrough point. And this lunar month at the new moon in Leo begins with this triple conjunction between the North Node, which is an astrological point that is speaking to the future, our collective destiny. So this is going to be at this new moon, and actually as I'm filming this right now, we are moving into it. And this activation, this triple conjunction, goes exact on the 1st and the 2nd of August, but it's setting off a pattern that will be in our world for up to 3 years. It's seeding in a new cycle. So it's not all happening on the day. But this triple conjunction is a once in a lifetime conjunction. It's really rare. And it's the North Node, which is about the destiny, the future, the collective destiny. It is conjunct Uranus, the planet of liberation, of innovation, of awakening, and Mars, the god of war. But Mars is also passion, life force. It energizes and initiates and accelerates. Whatever Mars touches gets a big boost. So this is huge, and this is all happening in the sign of Taurus. Now, I've done a masterclass, which you can go to my link tree, or you can go to my website and you can purchase this. The live event's already happened, where we gathered and I went deep into the themes of this conjunction, because there is something about this that's opening up the future, new timelines. Any industry you're in, you got to look at this moment. Where does it want to go? And start making yourself available to, and I jokingly think of it like, who are you going to be after the apocalypse? So I'm not saying there's going to be an apocalypse, but who are you going to be? What is going on? And this configuration, this triple conjunction also is asking you to reflect on what is unique about you. What is different about you? Uranus and the North Node, something different, something unique you have to bring to the world. And this is a time to tune into that. So go and purchase that masterclass and journey with it. There's lots of opportunity to reflect on certain questions. And then if you're one for ritual, you work and seed this in at this new moon or at any time. So this is all, as I said, happening in Taurus. And Taurus represents our values, our resources, food. It's connected to finance. And with this conjunction happening in Taurus, this is going to potentially activate completely new ways of being with all of our resources, completely new ways of tuning into values, what we value, why we value certain things. It is, a bigger cycle at play that's being triggered off. And as I said, this is a time to really, for yourself, take stock. What are you valuing? What are you investing in? Taurus is also about what helps you to feel secure, stable, and grounded. And it's also about your relationship to the earth, also resources. So this is a time to, like I said, to take stock and to really tune in to what that all means for you personally. So journey with that and then seed in at this new moon in Leo. This new moon has Uranus in aspect, and honestly, this year, this lunar month, this is about Uranus, this planet of awakening and also volatility, ups and downs in all of those themes of Taurus. Uranus will be traveling through Taurus for another few years. I can't remember. I think I've got it in the snapshot, which you can just go to my website and read this and go into this more deeply. But it's this volatility, especially this year, of the markets, of resources, of our values. Things are shifting fast. And the new moon in Leo is an invitation to come back to the heart, back to your internal world, back to what truly matters, and to activate your own personal hero's journey. What do you need to not engage in the external timelines of change, disruption, breaking down, and chaos? This is your moment at the new moon, and the next few days after this has been recorded, like end of July, early August, to seed in intentions, to tune into values, to tune into ways that you can be in this world and stay connected to what really matters, which is love. And I don't mean romantic love, I mean that true understanding that we're all in this together. So journey with that new moon in Leo. It's actually very beautiful. It feels like a reprieve, or like a moment in time where we can come back to the heart and just listen to what's going on inside. Then the full moon of this lunar month will be the full moon in Aquarius. Now this full moon will be conjunct Saturn, and Saturn is the lord of karma, of cause and effect, of structure, restriction, limitation. It gets a bad rap, but it's actually a beautiful planet when you understand how to work with structure to create freedom, to bring in spaces where you can explore creativity, where you bounce up against the reality of the material world and you learn how to master that. So Saturn, even though it can be heavy, it really depends on where you're at with structure as to how you experience Saturn. But this full moon is a moment to really work, and we've been journeying with, and you'll see if you've been following the snapshots, that we're in a time of unraveling the old paradigms, the old structures, the old institutions of power. In the masterclass, I journey a little bit more and remind us what we're going through within the eclipses as well. South Node is a release point of the moon. The South Node is in Scorpio, currently releasing it until the end of this year, for another year, early next year, releasing out and dredging up and purifying all of the shadows of power, the misuse of power. We are being forced, we're being pushed at this time on earth to come back to our own personal power. The old patriarchal hierarchical structures are breaking down. It's not going to happen all at once. We've got the Uranus square to Saturn coming up in October. We've had this big activation that I'm sharing now, and then we've still got eclipses at the end of the year. And this is the bigger container of this moment where we're in a process, and it will potentially really amplify up until October, and then a big release hopefully around Christmas towards the end of the year with the eclipses. So for the rest of this year, buckle up, decide how you want to be, come back to what matters. Don't get caught up in the timelines of the breaking down. That has to happen. It's inevitable. Saturn is squaring the nodes of destiny, and Uranus saying this change is inevitable. You cannot sidestep it. However, I share these snapshots to give you an opportunity to go, well, what else is going on? What can I align myself with? What is my personal timeline? If you stay in a higher level of love and wisdom and understanding, you're more available to the people in your life that you can support through this time. If you keep getting distracted or caught up in the chaos, the fear, the breaking down, you're going to get taken out with it. And I know it's easy to say, and I know for some of us it's very real, it's coming in close. And I am praying for you all, and I am wanting you to know though that you're not alone, and that you just need to keep coming back to what's true. My teachers say that in these times where the contrast is so strong of the ignorance and the greed and the manifestation of all of our misunderstandings about what it really is to be a human, these are the times when you do your inner work, or you practice one little act of kindness or generosity, and it is so powerful in these times. Don't give up on your own evolutionary process through these times of great volatility. Be wise, understand that we needed this to happen. The human race, we've been accumulating, all of us, we've all contributed to this narrative of more and excess, and the illusory innate belief of capitalism, that we can just have this exponential growth all the time. It's not possible. Uranus through Taurus is saying you have to burst bubbles. This is not a sustainable system. And look, it's possible. The astrology suggests it's very possible that we could, over the next 3 to 4 years, find ourselves living in very different structures, very different societal structures that actually work for who we're becoming truly as a species. That's the highest possible potential here, one of the possible timelines, and I'm not going to give up on that or myself. Even when it's scary, I'm not giving up. So I will keep showing up, keep trying to share this information with you guys, so that hopefully you come back to your heart, to what matters, and reassess your values and align with Earth and humanity. Aquarius, Uranus, this big key planet for this year, is the ruler of Aquarius. And Aquarius is about humanity, equity, the more fairer distribution of wealth, knowledge, power, all of our resources. You can see Uranus traveling through Taurus, the earth, the resources, the goddess. It's shaking up where we've become stagnant and toxic. This is a way of, I feel, the cycles giving us a chance to course correct, to pivot. And we're going to be forced to. So to me, knowing that helps me navigate this time. It helps me go, okay, this is the bigger pattern. How do I want to behave? Who do I want to be? So really tune into that. Uranus also, guys, rules the higher mind, awakening, enlightenment. This is a moment where you could, at a personal level, access insights, revelations, epiphanies, breakthroughs. You could have these moments of going, oh my goodness, it's this, it's that, we're all one. And take these things out of the conceptual realm into the body. Taurus is where heaven meets earth, where spirit becomes matter. We are both spirit, energy beings, and physical mortal. And that is this merging. Uranus in Taurus could be bringing about a new Uranus, Earth, Taurus. Journey with this energy. Go on this big adventure at this time and open your heart and connect with people and get into nature. I know I say it a lot and it seems a bit cliche, but I'm telling you, it's almost like the patterns are so amplified that when you go into nature, it is more powerful. It is more healing, it's more soothing, it's more grounded, there's just more. So towards the end of this lunar month, so Venus will move into Leo mid-August on the 12th, and she's going to bring in some more love. So I always see in these cycles, there's always a balance, always a balance. And then Mars will move into Gemini, and I'll talk about that on the next snapshot, because that's actually a huge cycle. But one little thing before I sign off today, at that full moon in Aquarius coming up with Saturn, this is your opportunity, guys, to really let go of toxic patterns, stagnant relationship, family dynamics, anything, unhealthy codependencies. Taurus is about self-sustainability. This triple conjunction is saying, can you become more self-sustaining? Do the masterclass. And if you feel you've got big stuff coming up at the full moon, please join my online gathering where I'm going to take you on a deep journey and help you release all of that old, stuck rubbish. All right, I love you all. I wish you well, stay safe, and I'll see you next month. Mwah. Bye, everybody.